Ever wonder why your savings account never seems to grow, no matter how hard you try? Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know 10 simple strategies to finally make saving money doable and maybe even fun. Coming up in this video, you'll learn how to find hidden money in your budget, even if you think there's literally nothing to spare, a simple trick to save without feeling deprived so you can still enjoy the things you love, and the easiest way to make savings automatic so that you can hit your goal without even thinking about it. These tips actually work for real life, and they're perfect for anyone who wants to save more without stressing out. I want to share a quick story about a client of mine. So when we first met, she had only $250 in savings, and she was so distraught because she had no clue where her money was going. Together, we created a simple, repeatable system for her money. 3 months later, that $250 grew to $2,500. She couldn't believe her progress, and more importantly, she felt confident and in control of her money. That's the power of having a plan for your money. And if she could do it, so could you. So let's start with the first tip. Start with a goal. First off, saving money works best when you know what you're saving for. And that means for people who say, I just want to save $10,000, it doesn't work that well. So why does having a goal matter? Because savings without a purpose tend to disappear on random things, whether it's an emergency fund, a vacation, or even a down payment. Having a clear goal gives your savings a purpose. So here's the actionable tip. Set a specific target amount and timeline for your savings. Write it down and put it somewhere visible and remind yourself of it often. Tip 2. Track your spending. You can't save what you don't know you're spending. So this matters because a lot of us underestimate how much we spend on the little things that add up. So here's what you're going to do. You can use a budgeting app, I'm partial to Monarch, or track expenses manually for about a month, whether you use a spreadsheet or planner, paper and pen, whatever. Seeing where your money goes will help you find areas to cut back, and trust me, there's always somewhere to trim. Third tip. Find hidden money in your budget. So many of us spend more on things than we realize. Subscription, takeouts, impulse buys. But when you find these hidden costs, you can redirect that money towards your savings. So what you can do with this tip, you can look for any unused subscriptions you have and cancel them and set a firm limit for non-essential purchases. Even small changes like bringing coffee from home, if that's okay with you, okay, we're not telling anybody that you have to shirk your Starbucks in order to save money. But if this is something that you're willing to do, you'll see how big of a difference that can make. Tip number 4, you're going to automate your savings. Making savings automatic guarantees that it happens every time consistently and that money doesn't get spent somewhere else. When you don't see it available to you in your checking account, you're less likely to be tempted to spend it. So you can set up for an automatic transfer on the day of payday. How do you apply this? So you want to set up an automatic transfer on the days that you get paid to go straight to your savings account. Treat it like a bill you're paying your future self. Tip number 5, save windfalls and bonuses. So when you get extra money, a tax refund, a bonus, resist the urge to splurge. Why does this matter? Because extra income is a golden opportunity to fast track your savings goals. So commit to saving a certain number of every bit of extra money that comes your way. Let's just say you make it 50%. So anytime you get extra money, a bonus, a tax refund, any of the such, then you will take 50% of that put in savings and use the rest how you see fit. It's a quick way to build momentum in your savings journey. Tip number 6, create a sinking fund. So let's talk about sinking funds. They're basically mini savings accounts set aside for particular goals. So if you know that car maintenance is coming up, you can have the money set aside to cover that expense for when it comes. It can be a big purchase like a down payment for a house. So by setting aside money for specific expenses that are not necessarily regular but will come up, then you can avoid using something like your emergency fund for when those expenses come up. Also, it makes you much more comfortable to spend money that you set aside for spending for that purpose, okay? For all you guilty buyers out there. You can open a separate savings account for each goal. And some banks like Ally have it where you can have one bank account with several buckets where you could label each goal and put money in them. Name them something fun that'll keep you motivated. Like it's for vacation. You can name it, like if it's a trip to Hawaii, you could name it Aloha Bucket, okay? Whatever makes it so that you can stay motivated and excited to keep adding to it. 7th tip, you want to shop smart. Being smart with your spending means more money in your pocket. Spending less on the essentials frees up cash for your savings. So what you can do is use things like cashback apps, shop sales, compare prices before making a purchase, or using the store's app to download coupons. These are all ways to increase your savings without decreasing the quality of what you're buying. You just have to be strategic. Tip number 8, You can implement a no spend challenge. So while now I am not a big fan of no spend challenges because I feel like consistency beats out doing little hacks like this, it can be helpful to you because it can show you how much you can save when you're not using money for non-essentials. So you could choose a week to avoid all unnecessary purchases. It's like setting a reset button on your spending habits. 9, reward yourself for saving. Saving doesn't mean you have to deprive yourself. And celebrating keeps you motivated. You want to set small milestones and reward yourself within reason when you hit them. So you're going to choose these milestones ahead of time so that we don't get all crazy during the journey. It could be as simple as treating yourself to your favorite meal or buying something that you've been eyeing. Tip number 10, reassess regularly. Life changes and your plan needs to adjust with it. While your financial priorities might shift, you need to make sure you stay on track with what matters to you. So review your budget and your savings goals every few months. Adjust as needed to make sure that the plan you have aligns with your life. So now that you have these 10 tips to help you simplify saving, it's time to take the next step. You may wonder now, how much should I be saving? Where's the best place to keep my savings so it can grow safely? There's so much more to learn about managing money and saving smarter. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my tips and strategies for reaching your financial goals. Don't wait, start building your savings today. And before you know it, you'll have the financial freedom to tackle life surprises and opportunities with confidence. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.